An incredible moment in time. Nearly 100,000 people have signed up to the Collecting Stones meditation journey. There are tens of thousands of people around the world right now that are picking their stones in nature, or should I say, their stones could be choosing them. What an incredible experience. When you're looking for your stones, which was yesterday, hopefully everybody found their stones or their stones found them. When you're looking for these stones, keep in mind a connection is already forming in that very moment. As you're even searching, as your eyes are looking on the ground, they're looking on that pathway you're walking, they're looking on the side of that beach, your eyes are looking on that trail in the woods, your eyes are looking in the parking lot where you just parked your car, your eyes are looking in the yard, the backyard, the front yard. And that intention is there. That intention, powerful meditative state intention, one of the most powerful of all. You're sending a signal, you're sending a frequency to these objects that have been here for thousands upon thousands upon thousands and millions of years. How is it possible that those stones have been here for so long and we haven't been here right now in our physical bodies for so long, and that connection is made? Is it possible those stones were waiting millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years for that connection to be made for this very moment in time? It's more than possible. I think when you walk along and you're looking and searching for your stones, like you already have, keep in mind that that connection grows instantly once you settle on those 3 stones. Immediately, a connection develops right there, and it builds from there, and it gets stronger by the minute, stronger by the seconds, stronger by the hours. Already after you've chosen your stones, hours later, a connection is developing. A frequency is being transferred back and forth from you to the stones, and from the stones to you, and from you to the stones, and the stones to you. We're day 2 of the Collecting Stones meditation journey. I am incredibly proud of everybody. Anybody who hasn't signed up, make sure you sign up. The profile link is in the description. And I can promise you this: if it hasn't already happened starting yesterday for you, this is going to be the most profound experience in meditations you have ever had. And I can promise you this: by the 7th day, your emotional state, your soul state will be changing forever. This is going to be the most profound emotional experiences in your life. I know that's a lot to say, but as we get to the 7th day, you're truly going to feel it, and you're going to know it. Deep, deep healing is going to happen inside of you, because what we carry is baggage, and we can't let it go, and we don't know how to let it go. We carry it with us for days, for months, for years, for a lifetime. Old wounds, old hurt, information from these wounds and hurt stored up in our cells. We've stuffed it down deep inside, whether it's purposely or not on purpose, it just happened. And it sits there and it percolates and it festers and it hinders us as we're moving through our life. And with the Collecting Stones meditation journey, what it does is it starts to unpack it, but unpack it in a way that you don't have to relive it. Because the stones help you and prevent you from having to relive what that hurt was a long time ago or even recently. The stone's job is to actually absorb and take in those old experiences that became baggage. It doesn't mean you're going to forget everything from the past that wasn't good or not. That's not what this is. Instead, this opens up new space so new experiences can find a home. So many people are struggling internally without even realizing it because old wounds are taking up so much space inside of them that it makes it hard to take in something special. Do you know anyone that's happened to, where something good is happening, but it's hard to see it because you're numb? Or it's hard to feel it or experience it because you're numb? Do you know anyone who has gone through that or experienced that? Where something good is happening, a moment's good, but they can't really feel it and they can't really see it. They feel numb or disconnected and lost. A lot of times for people, that means that there's so much baggage stored up and hurt stored up that it's taking up so much space inside the soul, inside our being, that it's not allowing for room for new references and new experiences to settle in and make a home and create an inner joy over time and sustain an inner joy. Instead, when people have good things happen to them, they say they're grateful, but it may not feel like it sticks or holds. It fades away quick and dissipates quick. And so with the Collecting Stones journey, what this meditation journey does is it clears the space. It opens up a channel inside your being. It moves out the garbage. It transfers that garbage, that hurt, those injuries, those old stifled emotions that are stored down deep. It transfers them out of you and into the stones. What this does is it opens up more you inside. Because you should never be defined by your hurt and your experiences that were really hardships, difficult things that might have happened, whether it's with relationships or any kind of struggle throughout your life, any kind of abuse or any kind of difficult times, whatever it may be. Even having chronic illness and having symptoms and conditions that have been hard on you throughout your life, that played a role in having hard situations because you were struggling emotionally, you were struggling physically. And what happens is that when we have all of that built up inside of us and it's stored inside of us, it's hard to actually have something, even if it resonates out there, something to really stick. It's hard for it to actually stick. Meaning you can have a good experience, but you can then get numb to it, and then you feel like you're taking it for granted, but you're not taking it for granted. You just can't really feel it so much. You thought it was as good as you thought it was, but in the end, you're like, I don't know anymore, and you're confused because there's no room. There's not enough room left inside of oneself. Kind of like when someone goes through a really difficult relationship and they're not ready to get into another relationship again because they just don't have it in them. They're just burned out. What happens is all that hurt stays in there and it percolates and it festers. And we need to get rid of that without having to relive it or experience it over and over again. We need to get rid of it. We need it to leave us so that the channel is clear. Clarity occurs and the channel is clear within us. We need to have the ability to start fresh wherever we can, even on the smallest levels, and the collecting stone meditation journey allows for that. It opens up the door, it opens up the gate, so that when you experience something good, even on the smallest level, just walking down a trail and choosing your stones, that experience you'll never forget again. You'll never forget for the rest of your life. That's how powerful this is. This isn't just about collecting a few stones and having some fun. This is way bigger than that and more powerful than that. The reason why I've been saying all this time is that you're never going to forget what's going to happen, and you're never going to forget this journey, is because that's true. You're not. Because what shouldn't reside inside of us anymore starts to leave. And so by the 7th day, when we're ready and we take our stones, and we're going to get our stones to the place they need to be, it's going to be an incredible experience. And by the hour right now, there's going to be a bond between you and your stones that gets stronger and stronger and stronger, because those stones that are in your possession are absorbing right now. They're absorbing pain and suffering. They're absorbing old hurt from the past or even recently. They're absorbing experiences that led to emotional pain. You still had the experience, but they're absorbing a lot of the wounds that were left from that experience. And then something opens up, and it's like a fresh start. And we get clear, and we start to heal easier, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And we get stronger and stronger in every way possible. You're going to see, as each day goes on, how powerful this really is, and how profound this really is. And the tens of thousands of people, and this isn't even counting the tens of thousands that are also doing it that aren't even signed up now. They're doing it because a family member is doing it. They're doing it because a friend is doing it and they're not signed up, but they're doing it as well. Estimated right now, probably 250,000 individuals are doing the Collecting Stones meditation journey right now with all of us. Share your experience with the Collecting Stones meditation journey. I would love to share those experiences with the community as you're experiencing it, as you go through all 7 days through these exercises. Share your reel or your post in your stories and tag Medical Medium and hashtag Medical Medium at the same time in your stories, so that I can see it, because I can't see it if it's just a post or a reel, because IG doesn't allow us to see it. If it's a post or a reel, it has to be tagged in your story and hashtagged in your story too. If you signed up, Courtney says the download is everything. If you signed up, there's a downloadable PDF. Do not miss out. So there's downloadable PDFs. Do not miss out on those. Make sure you're signed up so that you can get that information. Fly High on YouTube says, I absolutely love this journey. I feel so close emotionally with my stones. I feel their energy. It's so purifying and cleansing. Prepare for a lot of tears to happen in this 7-day journey. If they haven't happened yet, they're going to happen in the end. And if they don't happen in the end, you're still going to feel it emotionally. And there's great reason for it. On IG, love this meditation. By the way, what are you drinking? Oh, thank you for reminding me, because I actually would like a sip right now, if you don't mind. So good. What am I drinking? It's good. It's good. Alexandra Sophia says, I had massive emotional changes by evening of day 1. It's mind-blowing. Exclamation points. Wow. I just kissed my rocks in profound gratitude. You did that too? I have kissed my rocks too. So I have done that as well. So it's good to know I'm not the only one that did that. Just going to read a little bit from this book right here, which has the Collecting Stones meditation journey in it. So here it is, the Medical Medium book. Do you have a copy of this? So keep in mind the PDF has additional information. It's not just what's in here. If you signed up, there's additional information. There's a question right here. Just turning in. Have no idea how this was on my phone playing live. Blessed be. Oh, incredible. I'm so glad that you're here, Taja. Hey, Anthony, can we choose more than 3 stones if we have a lot of emotional struggles we want to let go of? Say like 6 stones, or is 3 ideal? Great question. 3 is ideal. 3 is important. We have to have 3. We have to focus on 3 at a time. Because if it's more than 3, our focus becomes scattered. Our focus, we lose detail. We lose connection. 3 is the number chosen by Spirit of Compassion, originally with the Collecting Stones meditation journey, going back forever now since I've learned it from SOC. And although it may feel like you need 4 because there's so many different emotional names or tags or experiences that you want to name your stones or hardships or losses. There's so many different things that you want to name your stones, and that's okay, because these are the 3 stones you choose for this meditation journey, and then we do another one all together. We'll do another one. I think we should probably do a few of these. So we'll just prepare for a whole nother one, because the reason why is because there's going to be more names you want in those on those stones. Erica Malik says, are we able to rename our stones today and start a day later? Yes, you are. I'm just reading some comments, you guys. I'm so glad we're here right now. If you just got here, listen to the beginning of this video. We're live right now. We're talking about the Medical Medium Collecting Stones meditation journey. A profound experience that is going to be life-changing. When we hear the term life-changing and we use that a lot for a lot of different things, keep in mind when it comes to this meditation, it's unlike any other meditation out there. It's unlike any other spiritual exercise. You'll feel it instantly, and you're going to feel it through these next 7 days. You should have already received your day 2 video in your email address. It's coming from Hay House, not Medical Medium. Keep in mind, check your promotions and spam, and you can search Hay House in your emails to find them. So that's important to know. I think a lot of people are looking for the Medical Medium emails regarding the Collecting Stones meditation journey, but really we have to be looking for the Hay House emails for Collecting Stones Meditation Journey. So that's important. I think I'm worried a few people will be like, where are they? If you still need help, there is a link in the Medical Medium profile and description if you need help. So there's a help link in the Medical Medium description. Lila Collins says, I love Anthony's energy. He's really genuine. I'm honored. Thank you for being here, truly. You can still sign up the link in the profile and description and start now. You can still sign up. And it's free. It's so important. It's free. When you want to cleanse yourself of challenging emotions, take a walk in nature and keep your eye out for small stones that can call to you. Now that leads me to this part here. You can choose the size of the stone you want. You can have them really small. You can have them a little bigger. You can have them bigger than this. You can have one big one, one small one, one small one. It's whatever calls to you. It's whatever resonates. You can have tiny stones, real small ones, size of beans if you want, pebbles. And then you can have them bigger. They could be much bigger. And lately I've been seeing on social, some people have some pretty big stones. I'm like, whoa, that's a really big one. Educating Myself says, can disease be released this way? The emotional wounds from illnesses can. Because that's a big, big thing right there. Because what happens is we get beaten down when we're sick with chronic illness. We get beaten down long term if we've been through a lot and have gone a long distance with our chronic sickness and symptoms and conditions. And there's so much hurt that gets stored up. Just think about, and you would know, many of you who have OCD, think about how much hurt occurs with family members when you have OCD, with friends and relationships. Same thing with anxiety. Think about how much hurt has occurred in your life because you've had so many panic attacks and how that hurt has transpired into a lot of emotional hurt through relationships and friends and family and just through life. So anyone with a symptom or condition comes with also hurt, especially if it's been months and months and it's taken a long time to heal because you've been searching and going to so many different practitioners and doctors and looking for answers and haven't found them. The hurt that goes along the way is very difficult. Just think about when someone, they look fine from the outside, but they're not fine on the inside, and how people, including practitioners or doctors, will say to them, well, you look good. Or friends and family will be like, you look good. I know we can't see the tremor you have internally and that sickness you feel and the fatigue you feel and how heavy your arms are and how you just don't have the energy to walk good. We can't really see that, but right now you look really good. And so many people, I think we just lost one thing there. So many people suffer emotionally, they suffer mentally from so much hurt from being chronically ill. And then when we have all that baggage stored up in us and everything stored up so deeply, and it's kind of bogging us down mentally and emotionally, it doesn't help when we're trying to heal. So the Collecting Stones meditation journey is about clearing out that space. And I know so many people who have struggled because they were sick so long and they were hurt emotionally because of it. They were misunderstood. That's a huge one right there. So many people who have been chronically ill have been misunderstood. And that misunderstanding that occurs when you're sick and you're searching for help can feel very painful, and it becomes a wound and a pattern that gets internalized. And Collecting Stones meditation journey is about taking that and removing that and clearing that out, getting a fresh start. Take a walk in nature and keep your eye out for small stones that call to you. Because there is a connection happening. The minute you make that intention is clear. I'm going to do this meditation journey. I'm going to collect my stones. The minute that frequency is sent out right there, it's sent out. There are stones that are there to receive it. So your 3 stones are sitting somewhere in the sand, in the dirt, on the trail, on the grass, on the ground, on the side of a parking lot, wherever they are. Your 3 stones are out there, and they're picking up on your intentions that I am searching for you. I'm looking for you because I need help. And IG, what does it mean when a stone falls down to the floor? So you drop the stone? One thing is, what was that stone named? So that's important to know right there. Did you already name your stones at that point before you dropped a stone on the floor? I dropped a stone on the floor before starting this live. It went boink on the ground and on the floor, and it rolled way over there. It has meaning. It does. And so whatever you named your stones, and the stone that dropped, is the stone trying to run away from you? Is the emotion or the wound that is getting absorbed in that stone, is it trying to get away from you so you can't rid it? Is it about loyalty to all 3 stones? Is it a test so that you leave out a 3rd stone? You leave out one of those stones because it fell and it went somewhere, and you're just holding now 2 of them? You can ask yourself a lot of questions involving that. Maggie over there at IG says, I slept with my stones next to me on my bed. They were on my bed with me. Laugh out loud. My stones are very dear to me right now in this collecting stones meditation journey. And I do the same thing. Hey, Anthony, over there in IG. Hey, Anthony, can I name the stones after my ill organs? Yes, you can. Because a lot of times when we know we have an ill organ because we've been diagnosed with an ill organ, an emotional storm hits us. Like, how can that happen with my liver? How can that happen with my spleen? How is this happening with my thyroid? How is this happening with my heart? How is this happening with my kidney? And then we get PTSD from it. We battle and we struggle on our sickness and our struggle with our sickness, and we battle with it, and it takes up space, and it takes up space. And so the collecting stones meditation journey is about the stones absorbing that pain and those wounds and that information and clearing the way for when the time comes and we need to let go and we need to release. Victoria says, I am here where I grew up in the Midwest, 1,000 miles from my home of 45 years out east. Today, I felt guided to get 3 new rocks at this site of our house, at our house fire in 1967. I began to cry the moment I stepped out of the car onto the gravel road. I knew it was deep healing. More to share. This is good for now. Yes, I found stones there. Victoria, thank you. Over there on Facebook. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the collective, the Collecting Stones meditation journey, which is unbelievable collective of people right now. Tens of thousands. Educating myself says, is faith needed for this exercise? No, it is not. Faith is not needed for this exercise. Of course, you can have faith in this exercise. You can use faith. You can draw from faith, but faith is not needed in this exercise. It's that powerful. That connection's there, whether we have faith or not. That connection's there, whether we like it or not. Once we start it, that connection is there. And the connection between those stones and you is there. It's not breakable. It's powerful. Stones are made out of minerals. They're all minerals. Everything is minerals. Every single piece of vegetation, every tree, every rock, all the water on this planet, every single living species is made out of minerals. It's all minerals, and minerals communicate with minerals. Marie, I named my stones low confidence, loss of purpose, and depression. It's powerful. That's powerful. Truly. It really is. Singing Sweetly says, not this meditation, but after the light blast, I stopped overeating. It's incredible. I'm hearing every day profound changes in people's lives after the light blast. And it keeps on going. It keeps on going for people even months later. And things surface. It's incredible. Okay. Name each stone by the label of whatever you're harboring that you'd like to leave you. That you would like to leave you. Very important. So name each stone by the label of whatever you're harboring that you would like to leave you. For example, you might name the stones guilt, fear, and anger, or hate, or shame, or disappointment, or frustration, sorrow, or despair. Naming the stones is an experience all on its own. That right there. How many of you found that to be an amazing or intense experience? Naming your stones. I want to ask you guys, what happened when you were naming your stones? Okay, so if you guys did day one already, where's day one video? I need to catch up, Elaine says. Videos are only there for 24 hours. So, but don't stop with the rest of it. So make sure, though, that you get the video for day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Don't miss out on those. But the videos are accessible for 24 hours. Carry these stones with you wherever you go. How many of you guys are carrying them wherever you go? You're taking them in the car? You're taking them with you? Are they on your desk? Are they on your table? Are they with you everywhere? Are you sleeping with them at night? Get familiar with your stones as well. Take a look at them. Look at them closely. Understand what you're seeing. Get that connection. Intuitive Yoga says over there at IG, I was surprised by what came up. I was also surprised when I named my biggest stone grief, as that is the biggest emotion I carry. If I get quiet sometimes, it's just, I get emotional too, because knowing that you're carrying that much grief, knowing that that's residing inside of you and you're struggling with it, and it could be for a long time, it's heartbreaking. And that's the thing about Spirit of Compassion, creating a meditation to this extent, which helps so much. I'm so excited about you being here. Sue over there on IG says, yes, naming them was incredible because it validated the feelings and pain. That's amazing, because so many people are going to have a similar or different experience, or some type of similarity with experience when they name their stones? When you name your stone, something happens with their soul. It instantly throws out like a pathway to the stone. So when you name your stone, instantly a pathway gets delivered right to the stone. Like a connection, a wire, a thread. Barbara says over there on Facebook, I named one of my stones Unloved, but it's a mixture of emotions like I was unseen, unheard, unvalidated, unimportant. So I just summed it up with feeling unloved. But now I think I should just pick one, like unseen, for example, and leave the other specific feelings for the next round of 7 days. ? Yes. The answer, yes. Save the others for the next round of 7 days, because this isn't going to be the only one we're doing, because so much of us carry so much and have been through so much. And the 3 names you're choosing this time will be different than the 3 names you choose next time, unless you choose to choose the same names again, which you're, of course, welcome to do. But chances are you'll be choosing some different names as well. Carry these stones with you wherever you go. Keep them in your pocket. So keep them in your pocket. If you can. If you don't have pockets, try to keep them with you wherever you go. Do not get worried or scared if you lose one. If you lose one before the 7 days, that's okay. Ambrose says on IG, habits, financial worry, judgmental are mine. Powerful, really powerful. Keep them in your pocket if you'd like, or even in your hands. Get to know each of your 3 stones. So get to know your 3 stones and get to know the sound of them too. Yours are going to sound different. Everybody's stones are going to sound different. They're going to have their own unique frequency and own unique sound when they get joined together. Everybody's stones are going to sound different. There's not one stone that's going to sound the same as somebody else's stone. Especially as the stones are absorbing that grief, the feeling of being unloved, that feeling of fear, shame, guilt, trust, all of it, your stones are absorbing all of that. Coming from you, the sounds will even change. But no stones are going to sound the same, and no stones are going to be the same sound. If you just got on here, this is open to the public right here, of course. This is a live we're doing. So you might come on here and be like, whoa, let me check out AW and see what he's up to. This is the Collecting Stones Meditation Journey talk. And we're on day 2 of the Collecting Stones Meditation Journey. Link is in description. Link is in the profile, just so everybody knows. Julie Tuesday over there on YouTube says, I named my stones trauma, loss, and pet deaths. I understand. Get to know each of your 3 stones. Look at them when you get an opportunity. And I realize we have to live our life, and you can't just stare at them all day long. You can't just stare at your stones every single minute. Keep that in mind. That's reasonable. But look at your stones when you can. If you're eating or if you're doing something, whatever it is, look at your stones when you can. Carry them with you so you know they're there. So if you don't look at them and you don't see them, carry them with you so that you know they're there. Knowing they're there is really good. Because it's powerful, because it's actually a messaging that occurs. It's a connection that stays there. It stays there anyway, but it only gets stronger when you're like, oh yeah, that's right. My stones are here with me. My stones are in my pocket. My stones are in my purse. My stones are in my bag. Look at them when you can and when you can get an opportunity. Study the surfaces of your stones. If you want to know what book I'm in right here, Collecting Stones Meditation is in this book. Study the surfaces, their terrain. And so I'm sure you guys are doing that already, getting to know your stones. So that's something you might want to do. Have you washed and cleaned your stones? Let's go into that a little bit. I noticed that I saw on social a lot of people rinsing off their stones. It's a profound experience all on its own. When I washed my stones and moved them around my hand, like I showed you in yesterday's video, a feeling was just coming over me, like coursing through my veins. And washing them is this like baptizing moment. It's this cleansing moment. It's this anointment moment. It's a moment of caring. It's a moment of connection occurring. So when you're washing your 3 stones, Ingy said she hasn't cried today, which is unusual. That's interesting. Definitely. So I think when that part, when we unearth our stones, and there's still some sand and a little bit of dirt and some organic matter attached to it, and we wash and clean our stones, there's like, I'm taking care of you. I'm looking out for you. I want to see what you look like. I want to clean you up. It's a profound experience all on its own. Chelsea Williams says, I was very emotional naming my stones and surprisingly was guided to name them differently than what I thought I would. That's interesting too. Kiza says on IG, this is so cool, so original and beautiful. Thank you, AW and SOC. Well, it's SOCs. I'm here as a messenger to make sure I can help you guys. Heart Scent said, I found my stones on IG. You found them? Yes, it's very possible that you'll name your stones something different than you weren't expecting, that you weren't thinking you would name them, and that can happen. That can happen. Getting familiar with your stones, cleaning your stones, washing your stones, a huge part of making that connection occur. Keep in mind that your stones are there to absorb. And when you're cleaning them up and you're washing them, you're getting rid of debris so that you and your stones can have even a closer connection. And there isn't all the sand and dirt that also has minerals blanketing over the stones. That's why it's important to actually give them a rinse, give them a wash and a cleaning. Tamara says, my stones, I think, are in my fanny pouch on me like a kangaroo. An IG says, I put the opposite feeling. For example, to confusion, I name it clarity. Okay, well, if that speaks to you and that's what you feel like doing, of course, you can name your stones what you would like to name your stones. You can. But you don't want to absorb your clarity into the stones. You want to keep your clarity. But you do want to absorb confusion into the stone. Because remember this. You want what's going on, your struggle, to be something that leaves, opens a channel, escapes, so that space is opened up. But of course, you can name your stones anything. You can name your stones anything you'd like. And that's okay, because your stones are working for you. And that's okay. So if you name your stones something like even happiness, it doesn't mean your stones are going to absorb and take happiness away. But your stones will be able to work with you on that. That means your stones will be like, well, what that person needs is even more happiness. Agostino says, if someone has a difficult time connecting with the stones, will it still work? Yes. Keep doing the daily exercises. If you don't do the daily exercises and you don't want to participate, then that doesn't help. Julie Tuesday 144, I had trouble naming my stones. I kept changing their names. Then I finally talked to them, and after a few interventions, the names were there. Trauma, loss, and pet deaths. I understand. This is the second day. I am thoroughly excited about each day after today and tomorrow and the next day, all the way to the 7th day. And the 7th day is going to be unlike anything anybody has ever experienced. I know that's a tall order, but this is not the normal meditation out there. It's not the normal meditation we do. We sit down and we try to clear our thoughts. When we go into nature and we sit in nature, this is profound in its own way, powerful in its own way. And so I'm preparing you guys, because if you haven't already felt something occurring, you're going to feel it soon if you haven't already. Just choosing the stones is like a religious experience all on its own. It's like a spiritual experience all on its own. And you guys already know because you've already done it. Iona says, my stones are very comforting. They helped me through food cravings and mood swings. Amazing. Truly. So I just wanted to tell you guys that I am doing this with you. We're doing it all together. Very excited. Very, very excited about your path, your journey. And I'm looking forward to each minute and each hour and each day with you. Share your experience with the Collecting Stones meditation journey. I would love to share with the community your experience as you go through the 7 days and all through the exercises. I want to share those experiences with the exercises and what you're doing. But remember, share your reel or post in your stories. You have to share your reel or your post in your stories and tag at Medical Medium and hashtag Medical Medium, or I can't see it if you don't. So share your reel and your story in there. That's what I would do. If you can. I think that even Dr. Nesbitt is participating in the 3 stones, just so everybody knows. So, Dr. Nesbitt always seems to, those are mine. Yeah, where's yours? Dr. Nesbitt's grabbing his stones. He's got this stone here. What is that stone? Well, I don't know if you... Let me grab this stone here. Dr. Nesbitt stone. If you don't know Dr. Nesbitt, Dr. Nesbitt is a board-certified psychiatrist and a board-certified surgeon. But if you don't know who Dr. Nesbitt is, you might not have been keeping up then in the last 3 years. Dr. Nesbitt surfaced, I think, about 3 years ago. He decided he wanted to be public. Dr. Nesbitt, you forgot this one here. So Dr. Nesbitt has his 3 stones right here. Dr. Nesbitt's struggling with a few things, so let's just find out. I just didn't want to tell everybody. Dr. Nesbitt named one stone alcohol. So Dr. Nesbitt says he drinks a lot of alcohol after surgery every single day. That's alcohol? Dr. Nesbitt said that's the alcohol stone right there. Okay. Dr. Nesbitt, what's that stone right there? So Dr. Nesbitt, what did you name this one? Dr. Nesbitt is naming this one cigars. I don't know if that's a good idea, Dr. Nesbitt. Dr. Nesbitt named this stone cigar. Dr. Nesbitt has a cigar with his drink every single night. Dr. Nesbitt, chicken doctors usually have they do things differently than humans do. You're offended? Dr. Nesbitt's actually offended now. Dr. Nesbitt, calm down. Calm down. You're better than humans. You are better than humans. Dr. Nesbitt? Dr. Nesbitt said, damn right. Chicken doctors are better than humans. Dr. Nesbitt, what's this one called? Dr. Nesbitt says, oh dear. Okay. I don't know if I should say anything. Dr. Nesbitt said that stone is called gambling. So, Dr. Nesbitt, gambling, alcohol, and cigars. Yeah. Anyway, Dr. Nesbitt, thank you for coming on today. By the way, if you haven't joined the Collecting Stones Meditation Journey, please do. Please sign up if you can. Link is in the description. Link is in the profile. It's free. Just want everybody still to know that. Yes Fruit says on IG, is it okay not to feel a connection while picking my stones? Yes, it's okay. Connection is still made. The connection is still made, and there's a connection there, but it's okay if you don't feel it yet. Just follow the exercises each day. Very important. Miss Deer says, what is in your mug, Anthony? What are you drinking? Well, didn't want to say anything, but me and Dr. Nesbitt slipped a little something into... Dr. Nesbitt has a flask. He calls it bitters or something. I don't know what he calls it, but poof, smells like straight gasoline. And Dr. Nesbitt, he spiked my tea there. And I'm just kidding. It's hibiscus tea, if anybody wants to know. Sandra says, my 3 stones seem to be something. And then the comment went up. So sorry. My 3 stones seem to fit like making 1 stone only. That's really interesting. How's that even possible? But that's the whole point. It is possible. It's incredible. Okay. You guys, I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Make sure you actually download that video, that you have that video, you watch it. Make sure you watch the PDF. Or you read the PDF. Make sure all of it. Make sure you fill it out, actually. Okay, you guys. I will see you.